live.
We're live. Hi, I'm Sapphy.
And I'm Mystic.
And the mute button's off this time. So, we are playing Orwell. Excuse me, unfortunately, my allergies have decided to make me stuffy. Again. So then we may get occasional interruptions like that rude sneeze. But I'm assuming I just create a profile right now, Mystic.
Good evening, Scott.
Hey, Scott. Congratulations, you inspected to the Orwell test phase. Please enter your name.
You can also change the picture if you want. Music is drowning us out. Okay, we'll change that once we get in then.
You want to wait for a minute before we, Excuse me. Whoa. I don't know which one it would be. This is tough. This one kind of looks like Mystic, but not really.
It doesn't have to look like us.
No, I know. It's just like, which one makes it? Alright. Actually...
We need the hat.
We need the hat.
We need the hat.
Just go by lore. How'd your email address?
I don't think we actually have to do this.
This says optional. Yeah.
I think you do have to select these 16 years old.
I am under?
Oh, never mind. Sorry. I misread that from the screen.
I was going to say, we're definitely well over that. I'm aware that my actions may severely impact the lives of citizens of the nation, while working thoroughly and judge objectively the best of my... I will work thoroughly... Sorry.
You want to try that again?
I will work thoroughly and judge objectively in the best of my belief. While working, I will adhere to the laws and jurisdiction of the nation. Agree to the terms stated above. Thank you for ensuring the safety of the nation's people.
We'll try to mute for some of those nose blows. Ooh.
Interesting. Well, that's a jarring way to start a game. Episode 1. The clocks were striking 13. You're online. Good. Call me Science. I'll be your advisor on Orwell. Together we will form both the first and the last line of defense against terrorism. For this test phase, you are one of the first people to try out the Orwell system under real circumstances. Select from thousands of applicants from across the globe. Normally, congratulations would be in order, but as you can see from that footage, there has been an incident. So, let's get started. Excuse me a minute. Sorry guys, I was about to like sneeze right into the mic and I didn't want you to experience that. I've activated the reader tool for you. Its purpose is storing bookmarks to online websites and documents for easy access and to highlight when there is new information to be investigated. First, I want you to be informed of the situation. Our leading newspaper, the National Beholder, will bring you up to speed. Can't speak well because I'm gooey. Headlines. Bomb. Ooh. Feel free to browse the National Beholder. I've activated the profiler. Open the unknown person file once you're done. Okay. I love these ads. That's hilarious. Bomb obliterates Freedom Memorial and kills 3. Bantan. Explosion destroys the Freedom Memorial in Bantan. 3 people killed, 5 severely injured. At approximately 7:50 p.m. Wednesday evening, an explosive device detonated in the Freedom Plaza in Bantan. According to official police reports, 3 people were killed and at least 5 bystanders were severely wounded. The Freedom Memorial was nearly completely destroyed. Police forces closed off the area immediately. Experts believe the attack was an act of terror, with police confirming that the explosive device was obeyed and triggered from a short distance away using a cell phone signal. Oh, excuse me, guys. So we left.
Scott says that they remember liking the art style years ago. Let's see if that holds up. Generally says, looks like design here is kind of similar to The Root Trees Are Dead. I don't know that one.
Oh, I don't know that one either. Police reports also confirmed that several hours earlier, an anonymous letter containing the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song Die Gedanken sind frei, the thoughts are free, had reached local authorities. Prime Minister Blaine immediately issued a public press statement firmly condemning the assault and put the nation on high alert until the perpetrators have been brought to justice. JP. Alright. Oh, can you read through the unknown person? The profile holds all all known information on those we investigate. The file you've opened is for our main suspect. The blue-haired woman and that CCTV footage shown before the assault is no stranger to police. Take a look at the arrest record. Where is the arrest record? Wait, where do I click for arrest record? Mystic, I lose it.
I believe you have more stuff under the... See the star at the top?
This?
Here.
Oh. Oh, this tab? That's the tab? Watergate Cassandra. The highlighted element in the record are pieces of data that are able to be extracted. We call these elements data chunks. Hovering over data chunks will reveal the relevance of the case and any connections or information it may influence. Drag and drop all data chunks from the police database into a profile to upload them to our servers. Alright, so like for example, Cassandra Watergate. Assault on a police officer. Very good. Picture and names are crucial information for Orwell to identify a person. Information in documents can only become a data chunk when it can clearly be assigned to a target person. And the reason for Miss Watergate's prior arrest has just been unlocked. We will need this info to progress. Assault on police officer. Good. With the data you extracted from a police record, a new document can now be accessed. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in coincidence? I do not. Find data revealing where she attacked the police officer, and you will see what I mean. I'm sorry, guys. Need to.
Think we're back now.
Yeah, sorry for the pauses. I just had a interesting nose blow. Don't worry, there were no nose gremlins or anything. Alright, so the case that keeps the media and public guessing. Cassandra W., picture Dub, who allegedly injured a police officer severely 2 weeks ago, is still being held in police custody. The young woman is accused of having hit the victim's head with a large brick. The incident occurred during a rampage at the Freedom Plaza as part of a demonstration against the newest amendment of the government's model project, the Safety Bill. The exact same location as the assault. Then she turns up there right before the explosion? Surely not a coincidence. As you know, Miss Watergate is still running around freely. We should find out why. We should also gather more background information on her. I want to know who we're really dealing with. Alright. More background. Let's see, headlines. Argesian President reports negotiations with opposition. 100 Gray Shadows. Ooh, I wonder what that could be trying to reference. Let me see if there's anything here. Argesian President aborts negotiations with opposition. Violent riots in Trifliff. Blaine encourages renewal. This is nothing to it. Peace negotiates in a riot-ridden Parkesian capital city, Trifliff. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Have been aborted without any result. Last night, independent sources report that President Kassart abruptly cut off communication with opposition representatives as the latter presented a tangible plan for the organization of re-elections. News about the premature cancellation of the negotiation caused thousands of people to resume demonstrations in the capital. It has been reported that demonstrators wearing hoods threw incendiary material into shop windows onto cars. The police struggled to keep the situation under control. Prime Minister Blaine stated his worries about the negative developments regarding the political situation of the neighboring country and has requested both sides to resume diplomatic discussions. Wasn't that reasonable? There's still something in headlines. Is it this? Or is it? I'm gonna wait to see what else I can find out.
Watergate may be symbolic generality, but at the same time, I wouldn't put it past them. Nature
of the scene, police have not yet been able to connect the crime to the accused, Cassandra W., who is an artist by profession. Has denied accusations completely and has asked for her fans to show their support. A trial has now been scheduled for mid-August. The case received nationwide attention when Catherine Delacroix, Secretary of Security, labeled the alleged perpetrator alongside the other rioters as anti-governmental terrorists. Well, that's an easy label. yes. One who does street art by blowing memorials to pieces by any chance? Great, you've found another document. Before we go on, let's clarify your job and how it affects mine, shall we? You've extracted all the info I already knew about Miss Watergate. Starting now, I'm going into this case blind. The Orwell Ethical Codex dictates that investigators, like yourself, are the only ones allowed to access the documents of targeted persons. Advisors like me only get to see the data provided by the investigators. We will then draw conclusions and request action. Your primary job is to provide information you deem important. Never give away incorrect or misleading data. You may hit disable on a data chunk you do not want to pass on to Orwell. However, some data chunks might be necessary to progress on the case. Interesting. Cassandra's port? Her portfolio. Hi, I'm Cassie, a colorful inhabitant of Wonderland right behind a rainbow. Finally found my courage to quit my dull day job, focus on my art career, and put my stuff on portfolio. Below you'll find hand-picked selection of my latest works. You can browse through them by clicking on the arrows on the left and right of my side. See something you like? Why, of course you do, because it's freaking awesome, isn't it? Leave a message on my Utel account, the Cassie92, and tell me which piece you'd like. I'm going to make a fine art print and ship it right away to your doorstep. Best thing, free of charge. Now off you go and have fun. Free of charge. We got kitty cat prints. Yep, I was never sure about the title though. The Business's Forgotten Daughter or Victim of Traditionalism in Pink. What do you think? My darling, it's actually going to be a private piece, but oh well, I'll have the hard time giving it to myself. Interesting. There's a lot of stuff you can import. Let's put this on there. Good, you found the chat handle. This will allow us to overhear any conversation on that account. Oh, you don't tell me that till now, though. That's very interesting. The listener has now been unlocked. New conversations will appear when they are started. Well, that's awkward. I'm going to quit previous job to focus on art career. Let's put that down. As in, like, she's just here to make art. Interesting. I don't know what that job was. This picture gives me Kevin Spacey vibes. In a relationship. Alright. What else? Why does the headline say that it has something? Moving shooting completed. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to read this. The Gray Shadow Saga, previously released being a Gray Shadow and another Gray Shadow. 100 Gray Shadows. Oh yeah, we all know what they're making fun of, and you know what, I'm here for it. I think it just wanted me to read all the articles because I could. Watergate Cassandra. Assault on the police officer. We already uploaded that, I thought.
Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah. The protesters at the origin of the assault were forcibly moved, where the suspect was found kneeling and weeping on the ground. When asked to lay on the ground with her hands behind her back, the suspect cooperated immediately. So she was found weeping and kneeling on the ground and then complied when arrested? But they don't... Do they have a way to tie her to it? I'm so confused. I'm afraid I have to port this in because I feel like there's nothing else for me to upload right now. Daughters of entrepreneurs. Oh, what's the dinger? Oh, ready to chat. Hey, you. Hey, Jossie. See if I find my credit card. I assume you took it, right? You got me, Sherlock. In the middle of buying all of Bonton with that platinum card I left you from your desk. Can't stop me now. Well, luckily for you, I don't mind going on a splurge as long as you pick up some wine for dinner. Wine? What does Joseph Langley, my fearless attorney? She's still no person. She's talking about we could lock the owner. Oh, and all around.
That is a weird, clunky line.
Yeah, these are very clunky. Actually, yes, exactly what's going to happen. Very serious business. I thought as much.
You may want her attorney's name in there.
Yes. To get this client of your free buzz to handle all that business. One bottle should be fine. She's a lightweight. Oh, whatever. I guess I shouldn't. So those party pills from Big Pharma, aka my parents, then. Oh, come on. I was only teasing. Speaking of my parents, tell them about us. Yeah, maybe. Gotta go now. Text you later. XOXO. Let me put this in. Wait, she stole a credit card of her lawyer? Really? Well, she should be able to track the credit card of this Langley down and lock it for him. She didn't steal it, dude. Done. No, really. No, really, no need to thank me, Mr. Langley. Now a profile for a related person. It can be accessed via the profiler. Data
See, this is where what you upload changes the outcome of things.
Yeah, data chunks will only appear for targeted persons and can only be extracted in the relevant profiles. Investigators into malicious injury of a police officer have been dropped due to lack of evidence. It's speculated that the accused parents manipulated the trial. Huh. Procedures. Bonton. Orwell informs me that you just encountered conflicted data chunks. Oh. Whenever the contact of two data chunks are at odds with one another, those will be shown as conflicted. When you extract one of the data chunks containing a conflict, the other will become invalid immediately. I highly recommend that you clarify the context of the conflict before you proceed, though this is your decision. Once the information has been parsed, there is no way to reverse your choice. Wow. Can't change your mind. Gotta love that for us.
Yep.
However, the case might be reopened should new evidence be discovered. The suspect's lawyer, Joseph Langley, pictured above, welcomed this outcome. At no point has there ever been any valid evidence that my client was guilty. At no point at all, the revered defense attorney commented during a post-trial press gathering. The defense successfully brought video evidence depicting the incident in question, which eventually turned the tide of the proceedings. Meanwhile, the relatives of the victim expressed their disappointment on hearing the results of the lawsuit. They openly voiced their concerns that the wealthy family of the accused might have influenced the outcome of her favor. The victim, a father of two young sons, was rushed into hospital after the incident in July, where he is still in an induced coma, unresponsive to treatment. Parents may have closed the target's personal. Oh, I'm not sure about that. Hold on, show conflict. Oh. That's weird. So I have to make a decision about this now. Oh, the conflict's on the same page. Let's try this way. This is what I figured. A pity that the CCTV feed did not actually help. Maybe it will today. Alright. Alright, is there anything else we should look at? Sandra's port. Let me put this in here. I was like, is that even necessary?
Orwell must know all.
So, you're under the impression our wonderful Miss Watergate really lives in Wonderland? Somehow I doubt that. Call it intuition. People's lives are hanging in the balance here. What if you pass me something I cannot identify as wrong so easily? You gotta be more careful next time around. Alright. What am I supposed to do? Tell it no? Alright, well, let's see. I'm trying to think of what else we're supposed to be doing here. There is music, as everybody can hear, but...
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I watched a couple Let's Plays, and 2 of them didn't have music, and I did not have it installed at the time, and the last time I played this was 2017, I think, so
Yeah.
I did not remember there being music. It is very low-key ambient,
Yeah.
so I probably just didn't remember it.
I want to reread this, because I doubt that there's anything here that...
There's a lot of text in this game.
Yeah.
These days, they would just use AI to generate all the text.
Oh, gosh. You know, it's funny, being in the indie author circles now, there is an author who literally left a prompt in their published book. And it was like... And it was to the extent of, I won't say names because I won't remember it well off the top of my head, so I don't want to, like, accidentally slander somebody.
Mm.
But if you read the text, it said, can you make this passage sound more like so-and-so's writing with sort of, like, smoldering tension, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, really? You think asking for a preference is writing? Okay.
Scott says, it's been a few authors caught now. Makes me sad.
It's really bad. I honestly, I don't know. It feels... I'm trying to think of... what I'm supposed to be clicking on next.
It is weirdly a where the F do I go type of game.
Yeah. One related document. Watergate Pharma Entrepreneurs. That does ring a bell. Watergate Pharmaceuticals product. Watergate Pharmaceuticals enriches lives with our industry-leading range of products, making an important contribution to your well-being. Mood-elevating medication. New lemon taste. Below you'll find a small selection of our most popular products. Ooh, cough drops that fight against irritation. Activating pills against migraines and strong headaches. Medication that increases concentration and cerebral performance. Medication of the alleviation of arthritic joint pain. Antidepressants to help stabilize. Byron, all-round painkiller that dissolves in the water, and soothing pills for good night rest against occasional sleeping problems and for acute application when suffering from insomnia.
Journey says, visual artists can keep work in progress files to show their involvement. Not sure how you prove you wrote something other than having a really weird writing style. If you're writing in something that keeps timelines, like Google Docs keeps timelines, then you can at least show a progression. But
also, right now we're not at a point where AI writing is really good enough to compete with honest, hardworking authors. To be perfectly honest, well, if it's like a little blurb here and there, maybe. But if you're writing a whole book, believe it or not, a lot of the time people will notice that it's an AI author situation, I'll say, because of the fact of how vague its descriptions are.
Mm-hmm.
AI is still really bad at concrete descriptions of something on even a tangible level, let alone an intangible level on something when it comes like love or anger or sadness.
Yeah, you also will start seeing the same phrasing over and over in stuff. So
Yeah, repetition. Really bad repetition. Let's see, here's Bruno Watergate, Chief Executive Officer. Grandson of our founder, Edgar Watergate. Apart from working in the family business, Mr. Watergate is also the founder of the Central Pharmacies Congress and head of charity foundation Children of Parges. Dr. Alice Watergate, head of research and development. Co-partner in the firm with her husband Bruno, holds a PhD in chemistry. Okay, so I think we know who. Wow. Carrying the family tradition next generation, Alice is Bruno's daughter Cassandra will soon be joining the executive ranks. Her business acumen and unique flair will write the next chapter of our 85-year strong legacy. Look at that. That's when she was just blonde. So that was her previous job. Appointed to be CEO of a pharmaceutical company, probably by one of her parents. Being an artist and a junior COO seems quite odd. She also mentioned she had quit a dull job, didn't she? And that is her parents. So let's put that in there. Ah, now I see. Keeping it a family affair. Documents you've already reviewed may be updated from time to time as events unfold. The reader will notify you when that happens. The National Beholder just published a new article. You may want to take a look and see if there's any new information available. Ooh, KC Jobs. Ooh. Oh, now they're looking for a chief operating officer. Research internship. Ooh, let's do that. Confirm that she has quit. Or maybe I was wrong. Nothing stays in the family. Ouch. That's probably what she meant about quitting her job. Good. Currently I'm thinking that our Miss Watergate underwent quite a radical change. Don't you agree? Let's find out what happened in between these two lives of hers. What may have caused this radical shift? She could have always just been radical and hit it really well.
Johnny says, she dyed her hair blue. She dyed her hair blue to show she had become a professional artist.
Which is funny too, because I feel like this picture of her in the blue hair, the way that this art style is done, makes her look older than the blonde. And I don't know if it's like it's been years. Crime rate continues to drop. The Ministry of Security has... Never before been so few violent crimes. Alright. The crime rate has been continuously declining over the past several years as a direct result of the implementation of the safety bill. Well, let's click this. The party. Safety... Wait. Safety bill is passed, the party's elected in the government. But it's already on the decline, guys. It was already on the decline, guys. You can... What? It was already on the decline. Sorry.
But they've continued the decline.
Oh my gosh. Guys! Guys! The safety bill is a collection of safety-centered laws and statutes created with the ultimate goal to protect the freedom of the nation's citizens. Central to the safety bill is a simplified, sped-up process of taking investigative measures against criminal suspects and their prosecution, as well as the provision of an increased budget for safety-related expenses. The safety bill also paved the way for stricter regulations concerning immigration and general travel into or transiting through the nation. It also became mandatory to inform employers whenever an applicant or employee is an ex-convict or otherwise regarded potentially dangerous. Interesting phrasing. the safety bill has come into effect in 2011, the total number of acts of crime and terrorism committed have been decreasing continuously, and the trend is ongoing to date.
Scott says, don't let facts get in the way of feelings. Truthiness prevails.
Scott, not right now, okay? No. Not right now. It hits too close. The Parjas peacekeeping mission. The terrorist incident in 2008 was the terrible consequence of the premature retreat of our troops from Parjas, a region torn by civil unrest for years. By the order of the previous government, to fix our predecessors' mistakes, the party, when elected in 2009, immediately made preparations to send our highly reliable soldiers back to safeguard the region for the good of the inhabitants of both countries alike. After the Parjas peacekeeping mission had been signed in 2011, our troops were sent off to the neighboring country to perform the task. I don't need to read all this, but I think we all know what this is supposed to be mimicking, especially considering when it was written. Due to recent stabilization in Parjas, we've been able to reduce the number of stationed forces while leaving the overall goals of the peacekeeping mission intact. We all know how the historical equivalent of this has ended. Ugh. Okay. Let's do Kassan, the party projects. Okay. Projects. Oh no, that's there. People. Leaders of the nation. Robert Blaine, Prime Minister. We're not going to read through all this. We have Arthur Scott Gallagher, Secretary of Economy and Trade. Catherine Delacroix, Secretary of Security. Peter Faulkner, Secretary of Defense. Okay. Interesting. Our 5 pillars for a great nation: safety and security, economy and commerce, values and tradition. This is a red flag right here, the tradition part in particular. Migration and foreign affairs, education and health. Rock solid education and healthcare systems are the foundations of a great future. Now, how dystopian is this really now, Mystic? Because I found a flaw. They have something we don't. Oh, sadness. Participate. There are many ways in which you can contribute. So you can donate, you can volunteer, become a member, join the army of the nation. This feels like social media.
Scott says, I will agree this game hits different mid-2025 than I think when I played it early 2017.
Absolutely.
Jeremy says, this is from back when the quiet part was still quiet.
Yeah, so we were trying... So there was art trying to make it be loud. Status, you're invited to tea inside the rabbit hole. Birthday, September 13th, 1992. That picture makes her look a little younger, I guess. Alright, this is how... Let's see how... We'll put how old she... Okay. Interest, arts, museum, activism. Yeah, we'll put that in there. Art, music, activism. What a lineup. Oh, don't act like that isn't a typical lineup for people around that age. So this is, she was born 92. And what year is this supposed to be taking place in? Do we know?
20, yes.
I'm just trying to say that, like, this is not...
2017.
2017. So it's 92. So let's... Like, 2002. So she was 20... And it's 2017. So she is literally 25.
Everyone has pointed out that the date is at the very top of the screen next to the big weather icon.
Yeah, I thought taking a nap before the live stream was going to get me more focused, and I was wrong. I just didn't want to fall asleep in front of you guys. I have been getting tired really early. I think little buddy's been waking us up super early we're in the middle of the night, and like it's been throwing me off. So my apologies. I am not on my A game, but at least I'm not falling asleep at the microphone, which was what I was really trying to prevent. You know what? I think I made the right choice. Anyway, what a lineup. She's 25. What do you expect? She's my cat, Kikiko. First day of... Okay, so she quit in March. So she's only been out of that position for a month. What? Who's going to pay for your stuff now? Mommy and Daddy won't like this. Listen, Jake, I am not Daddy's little girl anymore. My art already got me a lot of money. More than enough to pay all my bills. Don't you worry about me. How true is that? Finally managed to destroy us entirely. There's nothing left but to congratulate you. These are my personal... Ooh. We haven't hung out for ages. You gotta get out from time to time. Not in my mood for your... Oh. Not a member. So, I'll add this part. Because that's confirmed. So this is a quiet game.
Johnny says Mythbusters taught me that taking naps when needed makes you feel more tired, but improves performance.
Well, thank you for that tidbit, Generality. I'm gonna use that to justify more naps this long weekend we're about to have. What?
Nothing.
Oh. My speculation for my parents buying me out makes the clicks count go boom, doesn't it? Case closed. It's interesting to see it. Mary is the old friend who doesn't understand what's going on. You also need a new name then. What about Casarthus? That's clever. Me like it. So henceforth Cassandra shall be known to the world as Casarthus. Oh man. They're this hot new band, the Targets. Man, they rock hard. They're playing a concert in the cell next week. Could put a lot of... I'm looking at you. Punk's not really my style, Cass. Sorry, Cass. Can't we just go see Cherry Cheeks sometime? Just some punks. Their lead singer's a real cutie, and they have this cool guitarist girl. Plus, they've got a message. What's not to like? Okay, so that's a picture of her when her hair was blonde. So this was April 2016, and then she changed her. Okay. I have a feeling I need to upload the F all you government lackeys. Just gonna... Well, Miss Watergate, we aren't too fond of you either. Oh, I'm sure you feel smug. Alright. I know this is a conflict, but they are obviously no longer friends. Sad. Confirm that. I think that's her timeline. Oh wait, hold on. supposed to upload. I say quote unquote supposed to. I'm so happy for you. I knew everything.
Scott says, referring to Symes, he can't be that evil, right? He's wearing a sweater vest, right?
Oh boy. Sweater vests, man. As a fan of the sweater vest, you can't just trust them blindly. There's certain sweater vests wearing that is revolutionary, and then there's certain sweater vests wearing that is very much Kasarth. An alias name. You know, people on the web, so many names, so many identities. Is that a sweater vest or is it just a sweater? I couldn't be sure.
Yeah, I can't tell.
It's always good to record every alias. Then we can match data chunks to target persons whenever they are using them. Right. Oh, invite you to our little activist group. Why not? Harrison O'Donnell. An activist group? Is there anything more specific? Hear about the Freedom Plaza bombing? Yeah, don't remind me. You know I have a history with that place. Already fucking me up enough that I have to catch a bus from there every day. Too many bad memories, and now I was just there just moments before this happened. I never should have gone to that damn protest. Justify yourself to anybody, especially not to me. Meaning her presence there before the bombing could be coincidence after all. I'll reserve my thoughts until you find more evidence. I was so happy when Goldfells accepted me into thought. I thought I desperately wanted to go to prove my worth to the cause. Think of it this way, if you hadn't gone to the protest and you never... Okay, I have to put this in here. An activist group caused thought. Interesting. Maybe this is what influenced her. And who is Goldfells? I said Godfells, but it's Goldfells. We should find something that shows her current attitude and see if we're following the right person. Alright, let's think of it this way. If you'd not gone to the protest, then you never would have been wrongfully indicted, and we wouldn't have never met. Yeah, and I would not have been called a terrorist in all the papers. You are not a terrorist, okay? Ain't I? You sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, damn it. What? Your card's not working here. Can't buy anything. Have you gone bankrupt or something? Unless you went on a serious shopping spree, there should be plenty of money on there. I guess we'll have to go without wine then. Here's the thing. I got an important appointment tonight. It's surprisingly out of schedule and I can't postpone it. You gotta be kidding me. Very sorry, darling. We'll see each other tomorrow. You always have an appointment. Appointment here, appointment there, appointment every fucking where. How can you constantly do this to me? Darling, please just calm down. Have you taken your Metharin? Yes, damn it. Is the only thing that matters to you is that I'm on fucking happy pills all day? Darling, please, it's nothing like that, and you know it. So I keep my mouth shut whenever you leave me hanging. If I don't show up at this appointment, I risk losing a very important client. Fine. Don't you understand that? Oh, no, I totally understand. Don't you risk losing that very important client of yours now. Cassie, don't be like that. I get it. I guess I'm just not an important client anymore. Oh, come on, Cassie. Going home now in case I'm getting up on that priority list of yours anytime soon. Please. She's allowed to be upset that you're not paying attention to her. What's this Metharin? Can you look that up for me, please? I know what it is. We all know what this is. We were just looking at that. Products. Antidepressant. She might be emotionally unstable if she's relying on this thing. That is so... Let me just take a moment, because I'm now very angry. And I'm pretty sure that was intentional by the writers of this game. She might be emotionally unstable if she's relying on this. How dare you? How effing dare you? Antidepressants are there for when your body is sustained into a state of melancholy that surpasses normal ranges because of body chemistry. The only other times that I've seen an antidepressant be given to someone outside of those circumstances is if society is so broken, you need an antidepressant to feel like it's okay. So, this is just the most anti-mental health and wellness stuff ever. Emotionally unstable? No, she's not emotionally unstable just because she takes an antidepressant. And also, let's get this straight. If they're on the antidepressant, that means that they're stable. They have been stabilized by the medication. Eat it, Symes. You absolute piece of trash. Sweater vest cannot redeem you from that. Oh my god. Gross. Look at what you've extracted so far. We're dealing with a potentially dangerous... Symes! The prejudice is strong. I'm sorry. Should she dye her hair blonde again? What's wrong with you? She's allowed to have a little tiff with her boyfriend because her boyfriend has a high-profile job. And is probably also 10 years older than her.
Sapphy is angry.
I'm just like this absolute... I will indicate that to law enforcement. Gross. Show the rebellious side. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. George Orwell. Well, that quote, I am almost certain is being misused right now in our current twisted timeline. Welcome to the Thought Blog. Pick an entry below. Are the thoughts still free? Okay, let's see. Oh, archived articles are only available from direct links, not from the front page. Sorry, ask an admin on the blog to provide you with a direct link if you're just an archived article. So I guess we're only really going to be able to read entry 9. Freedom is unfree. Oh, published in September 2016 by Catharsis. So September 2016 and we're in April 2017. Interesting. It's cams everywhere, even at the Freedom Plaza. Is it just me, or is that more than just a little bit, I don't know, ironic? You probably all know me as either that blue-haired punk. Oh, I don't want to say a lot of that. Stupid. Or anti-governmental terrorists. These are only some of the names I have been called during the criminal investigation against me. That was just because in the middle of the chaos of someone believed to have seen me hurt a police officer, it never even occurred to anybody that it wasn't me. We were there because we wanted a peaceful protest. We have always been against violence. Oh, well, she's saying that out loud. I'm going to put that in there. Huh. If you think that is her actual attitude, we might be barking up the wrong tree after all. Heck. All right. What we found so far is all good and interesting, but I think we should be searching for something a little more concrete. We have to dig deeper. Oh. Let's see what's going on here. Juliet Carrington. Hey, Cassie. Hi, Jules. Cassie, I just wanted to know. You post on timelines about this assault. You really shouldn't write something like that. Really, Jules? You're not going to preach to me about this stupid post, are you? No. Just wanted to know what's wrong, Cassie. It's nothing. Just between the two of us. Just had to let off steam, you know? because of what happened, isn't it? Yeah, lots and lots of other shit today. This bombing stirred up all this crap again. You know what I did. What happened there wasn't your fault. Cassie, you heard that officer. Julie, I smashed it.
Which one do you upload? I like the typo.
Let me look. Nobody is innocent. Okay. Well, let's look. Wait, hold on, reader.
Let me catch up on chat here. General says this was never going to be a chill game. I guess go with the frustration. Scott says Sapphy with some potential in-universe thought crime there.
Oh, finally someone who had the grit and explosive to show. Yeah, that's not good. Freedom ring, but the statement behind this ridiculously enormous heap of stone should be clear. In the middle of the Capitol, there is a symbol of freedom, comprehensible symbol for everyone, isn't it? With the cameras there, this is now the plaza of unfreedom, if anything at all. Not the most eloquent thing, but it makes sense. Somebody burgeoning into their resistance. Let's go to the listener and look at. You have to let it go. Okay. Well, I will say this. Both Juliet and her boyfriend think that she's not a bad person and that she's innocent and she's being hard on herself, and I technically know how this ends, but also just knowing human psychology, if you do something brutal like hurt and or kill somebody, it's a shock to your system, to your identity, unless you have been taught that that is what you are and that's the only way you need to be for a sustained period of time. It rocks you to your core, and to know what you're capable of can be damaging.
Yeah, and memory, as we know, is also faulty in general. Very faulty in general,
which sucks. It's so easily manipulated. I'm gonna upload the Juliet Carrington also because I'm the hopeless optimist. So she did hurt him, but what? Where did that come from? This is perfect. We can arrest her and open the investigation again. Gross. However, we probably won't be able to hold her for long if it really happened in defense of this Juliet. Very good work. The intervention team is already on its way. We need to wait for confirmation. Next stop, Wonderland, right? Just kidding. Next time, be careful with providing the wrong data, though, okay? In Miss Watergate's case, it was not a problem to get her address with the help of local police due to her former record. Okay. I thought about what you said. Maybe you're right. I should take the post down. It'd be better, believe me. Wait a second. Somebody's at the door. BRB. Okay, I'll wait. By the way, how is your boyfriend? You're still together? You haven't been talking about him all that much lately. Well, not as much as before. Hello? Now, granted, the thing that is not realistic is that you get anxious after a month. I'll inquire if all went well with arresting Miss Watergate. You did a good job in any case. Oh, that feels so gross, though, guys. Although we have no proof she's involved in the bombing, we might be able to question her. Despite acting in defense of this Juliet, she seems to be quite unstable and a threat. Oh, you prejudice. Okay, I just received confirmation she is now in custody. Very good work indeed. I'm curious about this thought group, though. Whether they... Oh, God. No. Take a look at the news. What? Two dead after second explosion. Explosion charged it off at Stelligan University in Banton. Oh my gosh, that is horrible. 2 dead, similar approach, same letter found. So these assaults are connected. And if that wasn't enough already, Miss Watergate was in custody at the time, so that's her out of the picture, at least for this attack. This complicates matters massively. So much for our simple test case. I need to speak to my superior, see how we are to proceed given these extenuating circumstances. You did good today. You can log off and get some rest by clicking the button at the top right of the desktop. Try and get some sleep. I have a feeling the next few days are going to be trying at best. Alright. I finished work for today. All unprocessed data chunks will expire. That's fine. Okay. Thanks all.
So day 1 was our hour.
Yeah. Wow. This is actually a lot more riveting than I thought it was going to be. It could, it's also partly,
the broad strokes do not help it when we do our podcast, which is true for most games.
That's true for most games. Like I wasn't aware of how much I was going to hate Symes right away. The sweater vest redeems nothing. So, yeah. And there was music. So, there's that too. Yeah, I felt sleepy, but then Symes said that about antidepressants.
Yeah.
And I was ready to just throttle.
So next week we'll be back to Mass Effect 2.
Yes.
We're still doing Lair of the Shadow Broker.
Yes.
And we will then continue with the vehicle one that's annoying. Hammerhead. No, it's not called that. Firewalker? Firewalker.
Oh, yeah, it's called Firewalker,
Yeah.
but you're driving the Hammerhead.
Yep.
I am planning to do one of the June episodes.
Oh, good. Awesome.
There's been a book club selection on the Boss Rush Discord for a game that I should have played and finished a long... I've played it, but I should have finished it a long time ago. So, Mystic deserves a break. And I'm in no rush for any of my deadlines for the book stuff, so there's that. P.S. Read Mother Revolution. How did I say that yet today?
Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks so much for watching.
And we will catch you guys next week.
Next week. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.